And a convicted killer out on parole gets behind the wheel of a car while high and drunk, fleeing the police, jumping curbs and smashing into cars. An officer shoots him in the shoulder to stop him. And now that criminal, well, he's suing the cop for excessive force. Could he have a case? We're here to debate it. Attorneys David Schwartz and Elliot Felig joined me this morning. Gentlemen, pleasure to have you.
Good morning.
All right, so let's get it going. What do you think? This sounds ridiculous to me.
Yeah, it sounds ridiculous, but when you look at the facts of the case and you look at the law of excessive force, all these horrible things happened before the excessive force. So the car crashes into the fire hydrant, there's police surrounding the car, and now the officer shoots the motorist in the shoulder. I know you hate the motorist, he's a convicted criminal, but there is a case here for excessive force when you look at the law of excessive force in and of itself.
All right, well, Elliot, how do we justify this kind of case? Where did the police go wrong?
I guess crime really does pay, or at least the lawyers hope so. I mean, this is completely frivolous and a great example of why so many people hate lawyers. Under these facts, Kimberly, the officer reasonably believed his life was in danger. He reasonably believed the lives of other pedestrians, of other motorists were in danger. When you have a reasonable belief that lives are in danger, as you know, you're legally justified in using force, even deadly force, to defend yourself. This case ought to be tossed.
Well, the whole point is, when does it kind of topple in the favor of it being excessive force for him to be able to bring a claim? But let me take a look at this just before, in case it might change your answer. Okay. More than 24 arrests on this guy's rap sheet dating back to age 13. He was on parole for criminal possession of stolen property at the time of the incident as well.
It doesn't change my answer, Kimberly, because the law is the law, because it's the law. Everything that Elliot said would have been fine if they were trying to stop this vehicle. The vehicle was already stopped. And I have to tell you, the only check and balance against excessive force is not going to the Civilian Complaint Review Board. It's by bringing lawsuits. And I'll make a bet here that this lawsuit gets settled.
Love the Monday morning quarterbacking where the lawyers try to tell their cops with the benefit of hindsight how they should do their job. This guy did the community a favor. He was under the influence of marijuana, under the influence of alcohol, rammed a fire hydrant, rammed a police car. A car is a deadly weapon. More people die from cars than from guns.
Just because he's a criminal, you can't shoot him when he stops. Sorry,
well, there you go. We've got to keep the bad guys off the street. Gentlemen, thank you. And next on the rundown, he's trading in a scalpel for a spatula. Dr. Oz and his wife